Quiet Place Day One is a 2024 prequel to other films in the franchise, A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2. Now I'm going to be giving my opinions on the film without giving away too much. The cast is great, and I did my best to find the correct pronunciation, so bear with me. Djimon Hounsou as Henry, Lupita Nyong'o, and I know I did not say that name correctly. Let's continue. Pizza plays Samira, Joseph Quinn as Eric, Alex Wolff as Reuben, and of course we can't forget Frodo the cat, played by Schnitzel and Nico, according to IMDb. And Samira, her character can also be known as Sam and Frodo, Lord of the Rings. Now I will say, going into this, I saw the ads, I saw the trailers, I saw the cat. The cat is Sam's service cat, by the way. Frodo is a service animal. And when I saw him in the trailer, I was thinking, I don't know if I want to see this because I know the first thing they're going to do. It's a horror movie. The first thing they do is what? Kill off the animal. So I will let you know, if you want to know, the fate of this cat. If you don't want to know, skip ahead about 10 seconds. The cat survives. I won't tell you about the humans because we're here to learn if the cat is okay. The cat is in some dangerous situations, but the cat lives. Thank you. The story begins with a group of patients at a hospice care facility, and we kind of get the idea that she is probably the youngest patient there. This is Samira, and she is probably not going to survive her cancer. So while we do know that, we are still always rooting for her and hoping that she and her cat, Frodo, are safe. In the beginning, she is asked to read a poem she wrote in this group session. She opens up her book and starts talking about how everything is shit. People's taste in music is shit. The food here is shit. This is just shit, basically. And we see her walk down the hall with her cat in a harness, which I have done myself. Don't let my cats roam, and they are always inside or safely on a harness. That's how my oldest has made it into his late teens, and he is still going. And this cat's adorable. He's got such a character. I love him so much.
I love him so much.
On her way to the room, she is stopped by the nurse, the guy who kind of helps everybody along there, Reuben. Now, this is Alex Wolff, and it took me a minute to realize who he was. I did not recognize him with the longer hair and the beard, but that look does work well with him. He is the kid from Hereditary. Reuben stops her and says, we're going to see a movie. Would you like to come with us? It's like a big group outing. And she said only if they get to go for pizza in town afterwards. So he agrees. She goes up to her room with her cat. She puts on this patch that helps her basically get through the day because her pain is so bad. So while she's on this trip, this is when aliens show. So if you're a fan of the first Quiet Place and then the sequel, you will understand that these creatures, they're blind, or at least they can't see very well, but they have incredible hearing. They have basically an armor, but it opens up and they can hear very well. That's their Achilles heel. Now, this is basically what happens to humanity on the first day of this alien invasion. Now, we'll say at the ending of A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2, the endings are very similar. Ending to A Quiet Place Day 1 and the others, they are different. However, there is a similarity, and when you watch it yourself and you have seen the other movies, you'll probably understand what I'm referring to. And in my opinion, I definitely like this film, A Quiet Place Day 1, better than number 2. Honestly, in a way, I kind of like it better than the first one because there's more of a storyline. Now, Eric is played by Joseph Quinn, and he played Eddie in Stranger Things. He reminds me of my puppy. Like, he's got those big puppy dog eyes, but he's also a really great actor.
I love him so much.
Now, we'll say they don't give out a lot of answers. One thing I will mention too is that, speaking of these creatures, they are shown pretty heavily in 1 and 2, and they obviously are shown very well in this prequel. However, I will say that after a certain amount of time, sometimes some creatures, aliens, monsters, are shown so often and maybe too much that we kind of become numb to them, that even though we know they're killers in the film, we're kind of like, hey, it's the monster. Okay, yeah, freaky. But this is done in a way where they show up basically just when they're killing people. That's it. I just wanted to give you my opinion on it, quick opinion, and suggest you see it. If you like the first 2, I believe you'll like this one. Is it necessary to see the other 2 before this one? It's not, but I recommend it because they're still fun films. So have you seen A Quiet Place Day 1, or do you intend on it? If you saw the film, what is your favorite scene? So tell me what you thought, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye.
Can't have a cat in here.
It's a service cat.